directrix line. First take the directrix line. So if your line is moving in incline, make sure that it is in ortho mode so that you can draw only the horizontal and vertical lines. And mark this text as A and B. So default is 2.5. You have to make it as 5 and enter and write it as A, capital letter A. So move this A nearer to this one. Click on Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select this one, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. So paste this at certain distance and double click and rename it as to B. Come out of the command. Then click on line. You have to find the center of the line. Then from the midpoint, I will take a distance of 50. In the problem they mentioned CF distance is 50. So I have to select the CF distance and again copy this, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Mark this as again Ctrl V. Mark this at the bottom. So rename this as C and rename this as F. In the problem they mentioned CF distance is 50. So we are taking the distance is 50. In order to measure whether it is distance is 50 or not, we will select and we will measure whether it is 50 or not. Okay. And we have to divide this CF into 5 parts and VF by VC we have to take. VF is 2 parts and VC is 3 parts. So I have to divide this line into 5 equal parts. So I'll select this line. I will use the command called div enter. Then select the object to divide. I'll select this object and it is asking number of divisions, so I want to divide into 5 equal parts. Okay, now it has been divided but I am unable to see the division, so I have to, in the command I have to go for p type, p ty p. This p type helps to change the point type, which how you want to see. So default just like a point we are seeing. So for clear understanding, it is better to take this as your point style. So point size is 5. You can make 2.5 or 5, your wish, and make sure that you set in absolute units and click OK. So that 4 points are created. Fifth point is not created because it will check only the first 4. First and last point it doesn't create. So you have to create. Click on this draw and click on this multi-point and create a point here in this case. Okay, and we have to create VF and VC. So VF is 2 parts and VC is 3 parts. So at a certain distance after 2 parts, here I have to create a point called V. So I'll click Ctrl C and Ctrl V. I'll place it here. I will drag and place it here. Zoom in and I will drag. It is taken here position. So this point should be V, capital V. This is called vertex. So we have created VCF and you have to show the distance. How much is the VF distance? Okay, the VF distance comes as 20. Okay, and we have to locate the point E. That E should be same as VF. So as VF is 20, so here also we'll take a distance of 20, vertical height as 20. Okay, or else you can take the arc. You can take the arc and you have to draw. A enter, C enter. Select the center point of the vertex, then arc, then draw the arc. Okay, so it is a verifying that whether you have drawn 20 or not. Okay, then draw a line, incline from here, this point to this point. You have to click the line and you have to use a command called extend command, so that this line has to pass through here. So I will use the command called extend, extend. Then I'll click one more enter and I will select this line. So it has been extended. Okay, then from the focus from the F, I need to draw a 45 degrees line. So here I need to draw a 45 degrees line. So I'm in ortho mode, I cannot draw an incline line, so I will off the ortho mode. So distance, I'm taking a random distance of around around 200, approximately 200. Tab, click on tab on your keyboard. So 45, type 45 and enter. Okay. Where it meets, from that point you have to draw one more line. Where it meets, from that point you have to draw one more line by using this one and enter. And I have to use one more command called extend again. Ex is a shortcut. Ex, enter, and again click on enter. Select this line, so that this is my end point of this line. Okay. Then I have to, what are the VF V to E I have drawn, this same line I have to copy and paste. So Control C and Control V. So I'm renaming this point as capital letter E. Okay. Then I have to make certain offset I have to do. So I'll click the offset. Distance is 15. I will take it as 20. You can take equal or unequal divisions. So select the object, place 20. So instead of 20, I'll take 15 because 20 is interacting with the F. So I'll select the object. I'll use the offset command. So I'll take it as 15 or 18. 15 is better. So I'll take 15 and enter. Then I'll take one more 15. 15 again, one more 15. 15. 15. 15. 15. 15. 15. Okay, no need of the end point. You can take equal divisions or unequal divisions. So now again I have to use the extend command, ex, enter. Then I have to select these objects. If I select these objects, so automatically it will be extended. Again this got missed, so again I will be deleting this line, this forfeit exist line. So ex, double enter, and I will select it. So I'll select these lines. Now I'll rename it as 1 dash. Okay, so copy. So again Control V. So this is my 1 dash. This is my 2 dash. This is my 3 dash. This is my 4 dash. This is my 5 dash. This is my 6 dash. This is my 7 dash. This is my 8 dash. Similarly, for each and every one, I have to place the number. So this will be my 1. So Control Z and Control V. So zoom in and place it exactly so that it is not intersecting with other thing, or else select it and move it accordingly. Control V. I'm placing then again Control V. I have to place this as 2, then I have to place this as 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so I'm renaming this as, double click and rename 1, come out of the command. This is the 2, come out of the command. This is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 5, this is the 6, this is the 7, this is the 8. Similarly, this one you have to change it as 1 dash, 1 and apostrophe C. You can click 1 dash, 2 dash, rename it as 3 dash, rename it as 4 dash, rename it as 5 dash, rename it as 6 dash, rename it as 7 dash, rename it as 8 dash. Okay, now you have to measure 1 to 1 dash is the radius and f is the center, and you have to cut 1 and 1 dash line. Next you have to measure 2 to 2 dash is the radius, f is the center, and you have to cut. So instead of using the arcs, it's better to use a circle. So I'll select center and radius. So this is my center, this is my radius. 1 to 1 dash is the radius. Then I'll move my circle to focus. Then I'll move my circle to focus. It is cutting at this point. So I'll click on this multi-point or point. Here in the command you can type PO, enter, and you can create a point. So point is created. So same circle I'll select. I will move from one point to other point. Then I will drag, and now the radius has become 2 to 2 dash, and again this circle has to move to focus. Then again PO, enter, and I click on this one. Then again I have to select this circle. Then I have to move this circle to 3. I have to move this to 3 to 3 dash. Then again I have to move to focus. Focus is the center. Then again PO, enter, and I have to click on this one. Okay. Then again move this to 4 and increase to 4 to 4 dash is the radius. Again this 4 circle has to move to focus. Again PO, enter, and I have to mark the point. Then again I'll move this circle to 5, extend to 5 to 5 dash is the radius. Again center is again focus. Then PO, enter, and mark the point. Then again move this circle to 6 to 6 dash is the radius. So extend the circle to 6 to 6 dash. Again move the circle to the focus. Then again PO, enter, and mark the point. So this point is not exactly selected, so PO, enter, and mark the point. Okay. Again select this one, move to 7 to 7 dash. Again move this to focus, PO, enter, and mark the point correctly. Again move this to 8 to 8 dash, 8 to 8 dash. Again move it to the focus, exactly it is touching. So PO, enter, and create the point. Okay. So I will remove this circle. Then these are the points I have generated. The same points I want at the bottom also. So I'll select all the points. I'll use a command called mirror. So select all the points, 1, 2. So I will rename it as point 1, point 2, point 3. Okay. So again I'll use dtext. So I'll specify the starting point. Text height is 5, enter, and angle should be 0, enter, so that I can directly place. So this is my P1. So capital letter P and 1, P1 point. Okay. Next, this is my P2 point. This is my P3 point. This is my P4 point. This is my P5 point. This is my P6 point. This is my P7 point. and one more point is same. Here I am getting P8 point come out of the comment. So I have to copy all these points. I have to make sure that, because ellipse is a complete end, so we have to have the same points at the bottom also. So I'm selecting all these points: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 is no need of 8. Then click on mirror, or else type mi in the command bar. Specify the mirror line. It is asking specify the mirror line. So I'll select from C to P8, and it is asking erase the source object. If I click on yes, top will be deleted, bottom will be there. So if I click on no, so everything will be there. Then I have to join them with the curve. So there are different methods to join. There are two methods. One is spline fit. Next method is spline CV. If you click on spline fit, it will pass through all the points. If you click on spline CV, it will pass only through first and last point. So click on spline fit. Vertex is the starting point of the curve. So vertex 2, I need to off this auto so that I can move. I can click it correctly. P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, 7, P8. Okay. So I got this as my curve. So again I'm clicking the bottom points, which is P7 dash, P3 dash, okay. So last point should be close, because this is an end point. So I directly click on close command so that automatically it will be closed. So this is the ellipse what I got. Okay. So same points I will copy, Control C and Control V and place here. So this point will come as P dash 1. This point is P dash 1. Next point I need to copy. This point will be P dash 2. P dash 2. Next I need to copy P3. This will be P dash 3. Next I will copy. Next I'll copy P4. Next P4 is P dash 4. Come out of the command. Next P5. Copy and paste. So here I need to rename it as P dash 5. Select the P6, copy, paste, rename it as P dash 6. Select the P7, copy, make it as P dash 7. So you have to differentiate all the points. So this is the labeling. So labeling is important in the drawing. So we have drawn the points, we have generated. Now we have to generate the tangent and normal. Okay. So the tangent and normal we have to draw at a 40 mm distance from the directrix. So I have to take an offset, then at a distance of 45, enter, and select the object. From here I need to take a distance of 40 I need to take. So I'll click on offset. The distance is 40, enter. From this point I'm taking at a distance of 40. I'm placing distance. Again I have to show that whether the distance is 40 or not. Okay. So here I'll create a point, PO, enter, and I'll create a point here. Then we have to delete this line. So here I need to make, I am copying this one, I need to make this as P point, Control V. So this is my P point, this is my capital P point, where I need to draw the tangent and normal. So again I need to measure this distance from here to, I need to on the auto, then I need to measure this distance. It will be exactly 40. Okay. Okay. Then I have to draw a line. In order to draw the tangent from the P, I have to draw a line to focus, and from focus I have to draw a line. I'll off in the ortho. Here I am to join this one. Okay, I have to join on the directrix line. Then I have to measure the angle. I need to measure the angle. So in the measuring angle, so in the annotation here, click on the down arrow and click the angular. So I'll measure the angle of this and this. Okay. So angle comes as 96, and I need to have angle as 90. I need to have angle as 90. So I have to click on -6. So I select this line. I use a command called rotate. I click on rotate and click on this one. So the angle of rotation is -6. Okay, so no, I need to give +6. So select this line, click on rotate, select the base point, and it is 6. So now the angle of rotation is 90, and from this point I have to draw a line passing through this one. Okay. Then this is my tangent line. Again I have to use extend EX double enter, and I need to extend this line, okay, so that it will be extended. It has been extended, so this is my tangent line passing through only one point on the curve. So I'll click on Control C and Control V. I'll place my line somewhere at this one. This line has to be rotated at 90 degrees. So click on the line, use a command called rotate, select the base point and rotate to 90, and enter. So it has been rotated to 90. Select the object, click on move command. Move command, it will move from one place to other place. Click on move command and place it at this point. Okay. So this is the extra line. Use the command called trim, tr double enter, 2 times you have to enter, and remove this point. Any extra point are there, remove those points. Again you have to rename. So select this, Control C and Control V. So I'm placing this as T. Also I'll use the DT text. Double click, make it as capital T. Okay. And this line, where the line ends, so I'll use this command as enter 0 enter. So I can place this as T dash. T dash. This is the tangent where it ends. And I want here as normal as N. Here where the normal line ends, this is called N dash. Okay. T dash and N dash you have to represent. And here you have to write it as directrix. You have to show that this is my directrix, this is my axis, this is my tangent, and this is my normal. Okay. So this one also I use to extend EX double enter, and I will extend this line. This line is called axis. So again DT text, DT enter. So DT enter. So specify the starting point is 5 enter and 0 enter. So here I can write here as axis, AXIS. This is called axis. Come out of the command. So write DT enter, specify any point where you want, 5 enter, 0 enter, write it as AXIS axis and come out of the command. Then here you have an option called leader line. Select this leader line and select here and write it as directrix, 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 mark it as directrix. Then you have to tell that this is your tangent. Again click on leader line, select this line, and write it as tangent. So I'll select this leader line. This is my tangent line. I'll write here as tangent. So this is will be my tangent, and I'll show the normal. Again, the leader line I'll select here. I'll write it as normal, Normal. Okay, come out of the command, and you have to write one more text that this is an ellipse. This curve is an ellipse. So again, the leader line, select the arc or curve, write it as ellipse. ELLIPSE. You have to write as ellipse. Come out of the command, and you have to highlight the ellipse, tangent, and normal. So select the ellipse, then select the normal, select the tangent. Then you have to increase the thickness of it. So again, right click, you will find the properties. Right click and you will get the properties. Go to properties, and line type is by layer. Change it to line weight. Go to line weight and change it to 0.5 or 0.3 is enough, and close. But you are unable to see the line weight. So in the customization, you have an option called the line weight. You have to on this line weight. In the customization, click on this customization. You have option called line weight. Line weight should be tick. If you tick the line weight, this is the line weight symbol. It is off initially, so I have to make if turn to blue, it is on, so that I can see my screen. Okay, so this is about the drawing the ellipse here. So all dimensions remember, sheet number 1A. You have to type it as sheet number 1A. 1A. Sheet name is conic sections, and scales. And scales is the your sheet name. So this is sheet 1A. So that you will get all dimensions. Again, you have to save it as PDF. So click on plot, then click on name as AutoCAD PDF file, display to Windows. Then again you have to save it, select the window and center to plot, landscape, and make sure that plot stamp is on, and check the preview. Okay, so this is your ellipse what you have drawn. Okay? This is your ellipse what you have drawn. If you feel that these lines are not darker, again you can make it as darker. Okay, so we'll make the line darker to 0.5. So select all the elliptical curve, then tangent and normal, right click, go to properties, make it as 0.5, so that it will look darker or line weight is more. Again, Control P, change it to AutoCAD PDF high quality, display to window, select these corners of the outer rectangle, then center to plot, landscape, and OK. So you have to write sheet 1A. Sheet 1A. This sheet 1A is ellipse. You have drawn the ellipse. And click on save. So automatically it will be. Open. You have to bring this printouts. It is somewhat darker compared to other things. You have to make this printout. If you want to draw the parabola, make a copy and click on copy and keep it at a certain distance along the ortho, so that I will maintain a certain distance. So in the parabola, same method, take the directrix line. Again, from the directrix line you have to draw as 50, enter. You have to draw, and you have to divide this into two equal parts because exactly half we are taking. So use the command called div, enter. Select the object, make it into two equal parts. You will get a point here. If you are unable to see this point, use p type and enter. You can see the p type. Then you have to take the same distance. You have to take the same distance. This is 50 and this is 25. So you have to draw a vertical line of 25. Vertical line of 25. Enter. Come out of the command and show that it is 25. Okay. Then again you have to draw a line from passing through this point. A line passing through this point you have to draw. Okay. Then use the command called ex, double enter, extend you have to use, and you have to extend this one. Okay. And you have to use a command called offset. Select this one, use the offset, and offset distance I am taking here as 25, enter. So offset 25, again select the object, 25, again select the object, 25. So 3 or 4 is sufficient for parabola. Again use the command ex, double enter, and extend this line till here, till the axis you have to extend, and again you have to extend these lines you have to extend so that you will get correct. Okay, so exactly half we have taken. So now we have to take a circle, center and radius. From after vertex you have to take from 1 to 1 dash is the radius, 1 to 1 dash is the radius. So focus we have taken the same thing. So here we will get the point, PO, enter. This is our point. Okay. So again select, again move to 2 to 2 dash is the radius, and focus is the radius is the focus. Again PO, enter, and mark the point. Again select, move to this one, and from here to here move to focus and PO, enter, and mark the point. Okay. So delete this circle, no need of this circle. Then select the points. What are the points you have generated? Select the points. Use the mirror command and select the line. So automatically this points, click on no. So you will generate the line. Then go to, click on draw and go to spline fit. Start from this point. 1, 2, 3. Select the vertex also. Then click on this one, and this one. And if you want to close it of the auto, keep it as per how a curve should be there and click on how the curve should be there and click enter, so that you will get a parabolic curve. So this is about parabola. Same tangent normal is same for ellipse. Tangent normal is same as ellipse. So here I am taking an offset of approximately 40. I am taking offset of 40. From here I have to take a distance of 40. And to mark the point, PO, enter. I will mark the point. Okay, I will delete this line. This point has to touch to the focus. This point has to touch to the focus, and again this point has to touch to directrix line. We have to measure the angle. And angle should be 90. So angle comes as 124. So we have to reduce to 34. So select it and use the command called rotate to 34. Enter. So automatically you can see that it is 90. So you can see that it is 90 mm. 90 degrees is the angle they have taken. So from this point, so this is my T point. From here, this line I have to join and pass through this point. And I have to use the command called extend, ex double enter, and I need to extend this line. Ex double enter, and I need to extend. If you are unable to extend, draw a line. Draw a line at the bottom line. Draw a line so that till here it might be extended. Ex double enter and extend. Okay, and delete this one. So it is passing only through one point. Then select the line, Control C and Control V, place the line somewhere here. Select the line, use the command called rotate. Use this rotate option, and I have to rotate it to 90 degrees, 90 and enter. So I have to select this one. I have to use the command called move. Select the midpoint and place it at this point. Okay. So this is a tangent and normal we have drawn for a parabola. Okay. Rename this as sheet number 1B. 1B, and sheet name is same, conic section. And if you want to copy again, if you want to draw the hyperbola, select this one, use the command called move. Select everything, use the command called copy, and place it at a certain distance. Place it at a certain distance and delete all these curves. So we are starting the hyperbola. Same, take a line which is called directrix, come out of the command, again repeat line from this center, draw a horizontal line of 50, enter, and come out with the command. This you have to divide into 5 equal parts. So use the command called div. Div is nothing but division or divide. Select the object, make into 5 equal parts and enter. You get the object. Last point will not divided, so enter PO, enter. PO is nothing but point, and click on this point. Okay. So this is the C value, this is F value. Eccentricity is VF by VC equal to 3 by 2. So this distance is 3 points and this distance is 2 points. So 1, 2. So here I need to place my vertex. Vertex I need to place here at a distance of 30. Okay. So I need to place at a distance of 30. Okay. So E point also I have to locate at a distance of 30. So from here, from the C, I have to draw a line. Here, I have to use the command called extend, ex double enter, and I have to extend. This line also I have to extend. Okay. So till in this space only you can draw the hyperbola. Okay. Then I have to use again offset command. So offset distance I am taking here as 25 is not required. I'll take it as 15, enter. So from this distance I have to take a distance of 15. Again I am taking a distance of 15. Again I am taking a distance of 15. Again I am taking a distance of 15. Then again I have to use the command called extend, ex double enter, and I have to select these lines so that automatically these lines are touched. Okay. Then I have to take a circle, center and radius. Then I have to click the first point. 1 to 1 dash is the radius. This 1 to 1 dash I have to move to the focus. So my focus lies here. Moving my circle to focus. So it is touching at a point here. So PO, enter and point. PO, enter and point. Then again I'll move my circle to second. So automatically I'm here only in the directly I'm moving here, and again PO, enter and I'll place the point. I'll select here. Again I'll move to 3 and 3 dash. So this is my 3 and this is my 3 dash is the radius. Again I'll move to my focus. Then PO, enter and done. Okay. Again I'll click. Again I'll move to 4 to 4 dash. So 4 to 4 dash is the radius. I'm moving to the focus. You enter and I'll create the point. So I created n number of points. I'll select the points 1, 2, 3, 4. I've selected 4 points. I have to make sure that these points are at the below the axis line also. I'll use a command called mirror. I'll select this object here and here. So object and click on no, so that automatically it will be generated from top to bottom. Then I'll use a command called spline fit. So directly click on spline fit, select the top 1, 2, 3, 4, select the point correctly, then vertex you have to select correctly, then these points, what are the points are there, you have to select these points. Okay, then you are closing it one. So of the ortho, make sure that it is passing through this one and click enter. Okay, so automatically you will generate the curve like this, and you have to draw the tangent and normal at an offset of 40. So select the offset distance is 40, enter, select the line and draw the object. So you'll get a point here. So again PO, enter and offset is completed. I'm coming out of the command. So PO, enter. This is my point. This point has to touch to the focus. This point has to touch to the focus, and this focus again has to touch to this point. I'll measure the angle. So again I'll measure the angle. The angle should be 90. The angle comes as 128. So I have to rotate it to at an angle of 38, so that I'll get an angle of 90. I'll select this line, use the command called rotate. I'll give the base point. I'll give it as 38. So automatically it has been rotated to 90 degrees. From here I'll draw here to here. This is my tangent. Again I'll use extend, enter, and I will extend my tangent line. Okay, I'll extend my tangent line. I'll use tr enter and I will trim this unnecessary line. Okay, so same line I will control C and control V. So I'll place it at a distance. I'll select it. I'll use a command called rotate. I'll specify the base point. I'll rotate at an angle of 90 degrees. I'll select it. I'll click on move command. I'll select it and I'll place it at this one, at exactly at this point. So this is 90. If you measure, if you want any doubt, you can measure this and this. You can see that it is angle is 90. So tangent and normal, both the distance are 90. Okay, give the labeling. The problem is completed. And rename the sheet as sheet 1C.